I've been thinking a lot about how it took the New York State DEC 20 months to review 13,000 comments and revise the SGIS, which they released in 2009. There were so many critical issues that were not properly addressed in that document, and it still took them 20 months. And they're now saying they will soon be finished reviewing over 66,000 comments on the revised SGIS document released last September. That's over 5 times the amount. I keep asking myself, how could this be? And then I had this dream.
Thank you so much for choosing to come to my office this afternoon. Let's have a little chat, why don't we, about your responses to efforts to ban fracking in New York. New York City DEP officials call for a 7-mile buffer from their watershed and infrastructure. What did you say, Mr. Division of Mineral Resources?
I said that New York City's water infrastructure needs no buffer. I think that it's okay to drill anywhere near the tunnels. Just get a special review and no problem. Why listen to a bunch of scientists anyway?
Nice. Some say it should take a long time to review 66,000 comments, many highly technical. Is that right?
Well, we just enrolled all of our employees in Exxon speed reading school, and we're done.
The EPA warns of dangerous exposure to radon in Marcellus natural gas.
Radon, schmadon. We covered that in one sentence in our over 1,500-page SGIS report.
The EPA and CDC note that radon is the leading cause of lung cancer among non-smokers, and that radon in Marcellus gas may increase radon in the gas New Yorkers burn for cooking by 100 times or more.
Oh, well, why should they cook? They should go out to restaurants in New York City. But furthermore, why should they even breathe?
Scientists are saying that fracking and methane gas release contributes significantly to climate change. What did you say?
Well, we at the Division of Mineral Resources, we directly cited Chesapeake Energy website for data of the non-impact of methane seepage on climate change. We wanted to be sure to base our recommendation on real science. Thank you, Chesapeake Energy.
According to drilling company disclosures, petroleum distillates used to frack a single well in New York could contain enough benzene to contaminate more than 100 billion gallons of drinking water. That is more than 10 times the amount of water the state uses in a single day.
Oh, well, we found a good solution to that. We decided to ignore the U.S. Geological Study and their concerns, and we said that fracking happens too far underground. Problem solved!
Some scientists have expressed concern that natural gas drilling operations could cause earthquakes, like the ones experienced in Youngstown, Ohio. What did you say?
Well, we said that drilling companies would avoid New York's faults. And when the U.S. Geological Survey said that our maps are grossly underrepresentative, we ignored them. again. Problem solved.
Nice. Other researchers have raised concerns about fracking fluids spreading through leaks or cracks in casing or cement in the wells. What did you say?
We cited a drilling industry study of wastewater injection wells, which are different than gas production wells, to establish conclusively that these risks are remote. We did not cite a study of thousands of offshore and gas wells by Schlumberger, a major hydraulic fracturing company, which found that 50% of the wells had developed gas leaks in their casing by their 15th year of operation. And we also admitted the study of thousands of onshore and gas wells in Canada, published by the Society of Petroleum Engineers, which found that about 4.5% of wells had gas leaks. A figure that jumped more than 15% in an area with rigorous testing for leaks. Some people might speculate that if there are cracks in the well that allow gas to migrate to the surface from deep underground, fluids could leach into the water supplies through some of the same waterways. We think that they're just overthinking. In fact, they should just stop entirely, like us.
Again, on the silly issue of cement failures, we can avoid all of the problems like Pennsylvania has simply by adding an additional casing layer. Right?
Of course! Although most Pennsylvania wells already had that additional layer, and failure rates have been increasing, but hey, no industry is perfect.
Back to the U.S. Geological Survey again.
They said that a 500-foot no drilling zone would not be adequate to protect private water wells. What did you say?
Oh, well, we said that 500 feet is plenty. Besides, if something went wrong, people could always sell their homes. We've already drafted some real estate listings just in case. One of them says 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and don't drink the water. Oh, and no smoking near the kitchen sink.
Some landowners say you failed to warn them about the risks of drilling before they signed their leases.
And now they worry about their property values and health.
Your thoughts on the matter?
Oh, well, we publish a brochure for landowners that says the actual drilling of a well is a temporary activity that may involve large amounts of equipment similar to other construction projects. Most people might argue that typical construction projects don't involve 3,000 truck trips with truck hand hauling hazardous chemicals, or the underground injection of millions of gallons of toxic fluid at high pressure, along with 400,000 pounds of toxic cancer-causing chemicals, and the disposal of about 2 million gallons of wastewater contaminated with radioactive materials. But all of that is just quibbling.
Nicely put. The EPA has raised questions about the state's plan to allow radioactive wastewater from drilling operations to be sprayed on roads for important purposes like de-icing. What did you say?
Well, we said we're still thinking about that. Personally, I've always found that in wintertime, nothing clears the snow and ice off my walk like radioactive waste. That's why I always keep a bag near my front door.
Nice, nice. Grassroots groups, advocacy groups representing 100,000 New York cancer patients wrote to the governor last fall complaining about all the carcinogens and the fracking fluid and all the carcinogens and the vapors flowing out of the wellheads. What did you say?
Oh, well, I said, hey, cancer girls, don't worry, be happy. We've got setbacks to deal with the carcinogens. They work just like the non-smoking section in an airplane.
Then again, health scientists said, Mr. Mineral Resources, what about the kids? They are so sensitive to every damn thing. They are forever getting asthma and birth defects and learning disabilities.
Oh, well, we here at the DMR, the Division of Mineral Resources, say that children should be seen and not heard. That's why I never mention them in any of my 1,537 pages. Bye, kids!
What? You mean to say, Mr. Mineral Resources, sir, that the word children does not appear at all in a 1,537 page, 15-pound report on the environmental impacts of fracking?
No!
That's extraordinary! Wonderfully done!
Oh, you think? Well, that report passes right by the word miscarriage, too. We can't risk getting people really upset over a few dumb chemicals that have the power to end pregnancies and lives. Oh, Shh. Don't get excited.